Negative ads. I think it's really
on Trump.
Negative ads on Trump. Oh my gosh, where's my husband? My husband's my second favorite man. I'm just putting it that way right now.
My husband sucks. He's a piece of garbage. Can you believe it? Kari Lake then telling supporters that her favorite man is Donald Trump. Sure. Where's my husband? That garbage guy. He's my second favorite guy. Barely, I guess. This isn't the only time Kari Lake decided to go ahead and debase herself, all for the glory of Donald Trump. Do you guys remember this? Benny Johnson tweeted this a little while. This was what? Early in October. I didn't know it was even this recent. There's Kari Lake. There's a real photo of her vacuuming the red carpet before meeting Donald Trump herself. A member of Kari's team told us that she insisted on personally making sure that the carpet was spotless out of respect. Remember this line, out of respect for the office of the President of the United States. And he called this servant leadership. Of course, that's what anybody that follows Donald Trump as far as an official is. They have to be in service to him. Remember Jeff Sessions? What kind of man is this? Apparently the kind that serves Donald Trump at all turns. Either it goes, all that is happening for one reason, because Kari Lake thinks that she has an opportunity to be a part or closer to that foot so she can grab a hold of a little bit more power, thinking that Donald Trump is on his way back. Trump aides say, has delighted in watching Lake's rise, seeing echoes of his own. A former TV news anchor turned right-wing gubernatorial candidate in Arizona, she, like him, has delighted in sparring with the media and made repeated falsehoods about the 2020 election, the centerpiece of her campaign. Her maniacal focus on the topic, in fact, has made even Trump himself blush. There's been so much buzz around Lake that has led to speculation in her circles and among her right-wing fans that she could be on Trump's shortlist for a potential running mate should she ultimately become governor and then he run for president. Someone else that was on this shortlist was Marjorie Taylor Greene, because she does the work just as well. But we don't know exactly if this is gonna happen.
Okay, so let's clarify a couple of things. First of all, I would divorce her on the spot. I mean, she just cucked her own husband on television. It's like, oh, hey, where's my husband? Because I'm about to humiliate him. Oh, I would prefer Donald Trump, but you're a second runner. Well, actually, there's Bob down the street, and at the picnic, he was flirting with me. I'm like, you're third. Actually, there's the guy at the store, and he looks, when he wears the shorts, looks really good. You're fourth, okay?
I don't want to know about this.
Right. So, I mean, look, it's a cucktastrophe, right? I mean, you're gonna get cucked like that, and you're just gonna sit there. Your wife is vacuuming for another man. And she just said to everybody, you're inferior to him. But you know what? He probably likes it, because Republican men, that's like a fetish for them. I literally said this, I predicted this on the show, I don't know how many months ago. I said, Donald Trump, forget shooting somebody on Fifth Avenue and getting away with it. Now that's obvious that he could do that. And every one of his MAGA cult guys was like, yeah, of course you shoot people, murder is the best thing. Law and order, murder, okay? So but what I said on air was, Donald Trump, forget that. He could go into your house and say, I'm gonna have sex with your wife. And the MAGA guys were like, yes, I've been cucked by Donald Trump. And it would be their claim to fame forever. And they tell all their buddies, hey, oh my God, did you know Donald Trump came over and effed my wife? Oh, that made me so proud, because they're all cucks, okay? So now, I think the fun part is this carpeting idea is a good idea, the vacuuming of the carpet. You should make Ted Cruz do it next. And then Lindsey Graham, and then JD Vance, and go, hey, ass kisser, JD Vance, why don't you vacuum the carpet for me, okay?
There's no mess there, but vacuum it anyway.
Vacuum it anyway. And I bet you they all do it. I bet you every one of them does it, and then they offer up their wives to him. Because that's how a cult works. Remember, the cult leader gets all the wives. So here we are. It's like if you put it in a movie, you'd say it's a little on the nose. A, B.
This woman knows what she's doing, right? Like, she is a part of the media, has been a part of the media. She knows exactly what talking points to make to get people to pay attention to her. She knows exactly what to say to get people to feel her and draw her in, right? They are praising her for being able to manipulate the base. If you listen to interviews that are spoken about her, they are so proud of her for her to be able to bring in these quote unquote lost people, right? People who were maybe independent before and didn't know which way they went. She has that presence that they are looking for and desiring, and she don't believe none of it. Let's be clear about that. But you know what? I think they put something like $10 million behind her race or something like that. So they're for sure getting their money's worth at the end of the day. She's gonna make sure they get that. But we know this is not real and this is not true. And her husband is okay with it because he's gonna make a couple dollars if she do get this seat at the end of the day. So, we just see that they will trade their soul for a few dollars, and people just need to be aware of that. While you think these people actually care about you and want to make change and want to see the economy change, they just want to see their pockets grow.
Cenk, it almost seems like
at all costs.
Definitely, Cenk, it almost seems like you were saying this is a potentially a hypothetical where someone walks up and says, "Hey, Donald Trump, come to my house, get my wife, all this." Remember that rally where the guy was dressed like Trump?
Oh yeah.
I forget what was said. Either said something like "I look better than you as" or something, or "Your wife must want me." It was something about his wife, since he was dressed like Donald Trump, that then he would go for
I remember that.
instead.
That's such a great point, Jeff.
It's exactly what happens. None of this can be made up anymore.
Yeah, the guy was dressed like Donald Trump, and he said, "Why don't you come get the real deal?" And then the wife came up to stage, and the guy's like, "Oh my God, imagine if Donald Trump screws my wife, I'm gonna be so happy." What else are you gonna do with her afterwards? Okay, I don't know. But hey, look, I don't wanna kink shame, okay? But all these Republicans are betas. They're cuck wannabes. And so Trump said to Ted Cruz, "Your wife is ugly." And he's like, "Yes, sir, can I vacuum your carpet, please?" And I wonder if he offered up his wife. But by the way, Kari Lake and Donald Trump hooking up is not an impossible idea. I don't mean for the ticket. I mean, she says she'll do anything for him. She's servant leadership, right? And she just said she likes him better than her husband. And it's not like Donald Trump hasn't grabbed people before. And she's putting up a sign saying, "Come get me, I like you better than my husband." So like the chance of them actually hooking up, I think, is actually significantly high.
In this type of hierarchies within political circles, especially when it comes to MAGA, you have to outdo the next person. Even when it comes to just kissing his ass in normal circles, in normal political debates, you have to make sure you do one up from someone else. In fact, Ted Cruz had this joke. Speaking of Ted Cruz, he says all these Republicans followed Donald Trump to the ends of the earth. They said, "No, I love Donald Trump more. No, I love Donald Trump more." And he was saying, "I want Donald Trump tattooed on my butt." This is a joke he ran multiple times. We've run it on Watch List a few times, and I'd forgotten he'd done this. He's one of the guys. But it goes to show again, these Christians who talk about how you have to sell your soul to the devil in order to get any kind of power, influence, and money. It is 100% what they're doing. And they somehow don't see, since they believe in the Antichrist coming to get them, somehow they don't see he's right in front of you. If you actually read your holy book closely, instead of holding it upside down as you have people attack protesters in the middle of the country, then you might realize what you're supposed to be getting taught in that book is right in front of your face. You're following the evil guy and he's using you. How much longer are you gonna do it? The winners get their position of power. Kari Lake is looking for that. If she gets it, she's like, "Screw my husband, screw my life, screw everything else. I've got power."
Yeah, look, Donald Trump has said before that when people accuse him of sexual assault, say, "Oh, come on, look at her. I wouldn't even, do that." Ha ha ha, making fun of their looks and stuff. So Kari Lake versus Marjorie Taylor Greene is almost certain. Like, especially if Kari Lake wins this race, his two top choices are going to be Kari Lake and Marjorie Taylor Greene, right? So how are they going to settle it? And my guess is Trump picks based on attractiveness. So then what does Marjorie Taylor Greene do once she doesn't make it and Kari Lake wins? Oh, are you offended? Are you gonna pretend to be offended after all the awful things that Republicans have said? And they're both saying, "I will serve you, my Lord, my Savior, my etc." And I can't wait for Marjorie Taylor Greene to lose that battle and then get super pissed. And then let's see who's vacuuming who. I don't know.
All that don't remember probably gonna come right back to her brain. All that stuff she said she didn't remember in court, remember?
Yeah.
Slipped my mind.
Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.